This is LumiBricks training ground set during daytime. And this is what it looks like when it's dark. The set comes in at 964 pieces. And it's no longer listed on their website, which makes me believe this is retired. Nonetheless, it's still a very good set. A key highlight of the set is obviously the lighting. You have a lighting in the front here as you go through the main door, and then you'll find 2 extra lighting options inside the building itself, as well as 1 here on the first floor and 1 lantern up here at the outpost. I find that this lighting really brings the set alive and creates this cozy little vibe that I'm really digging, and I think it just really creates this kind of like magical atmosphere with the set, and that's a big highlight and feature of the set in my opinion. Nonetheless, the set really is able to also convince me with all of these small little details, whether that's the arm stand over here on the front or the bow stand here. But a key little detail that I really enjoy is that if you look over here, you'll see as the arrow went through the bull's eye, it also peeks out in the back here, and that is a small little detail that I really like. Apart from that, a big highlight for me is all of the printed elements. You can see here, all of these wooden pillars here, those elements are printed, and you're able to access the set quite easily. And you can do so by simply folding up either here on the corner of the watchtower or the big door here in the back. And as you open, you can see again, there are a lot of different printed details that really just show how detailed the designers are and how much effort they put into this. So all in all, the lighting about the set is really good and it's really detailed. But that kind of leads me to one of the things that I'm a little disappointed about. Although we have a lot of detail in the front, I find that the detail in the back is kind of lacking. It's very pale and bland, and there's not small little details, and I think that that's kind of disappointing because the designers put so much effort in the front. Why not continue in the back? Another thing in terms of the wiring, well, I can kind of live with the wiring here on the side. I think that's something that you can easily hide, but at times, especially up here on the second level, the wiring is kind of distracting from this lantern here. Not so much with the lantern up here or inside, I can get away with that, but up here you can really see how the wiring is not hidden well, and that kind of distracts and takes away from this illusion of being real lighting. Now, other than that, the wiring itself in the set is quite easy. It's well explained in the manual. I'm using currently a power bank from a different LumiBricks set. Otherwise, you can use this here to power your set, and you can easily tuck it away here on the back, so that's easy. So all in all, the wiring is easy to do, although it could have been better at times. Now, one of my biggest criticisms with this particular set was that I had 2 missing pieces. One of them was a 1x1 brown stud, easy peasy. I found it in my one of my junk drawers, and I could easily put it back in. That was no issue for me, but it still is annoying. But another thing is that one of my weapons was supposed to have like a pointy, I don't know what you call, like spear end, and that was missing. Hold on there, buddy. So I did reach out to LumiBricks, and they were so delightful to send me all the missing bricks and some more, but nonetheless, these should have been there in the first place. And that's unacceptable. Like, both missing pieces, that's not acceptable. It really takes away from the building experience and kind of ruins the fun of it. And that's not something that I'm used to with LumiBricks. I've built several sets from them, even big and large ones, and this is the only set where I've had missing parts. And I'm just wondering, maybe this was one of the earlier sets that they brought out, and they're kind of still getting things sorted out in the beginning, but nonetheless, it's not acceptable. Another thing that I like about this set is the horse that they have included. It's a little tricky to put together, but once it's done, I find it looks quite nice. And they've also given us this kind of like training module that when you can, with a horse essentially and a lance, you can go and hit this and it will turn around, with this being the counterweight. Nice little extra. I kind of like it, and I think it adds well to the set. What I don't like about the set are the minifigures. They don't really appeal to me, but they're still included and they're all printed and they have a lot of weapons, so that's nice and good, but their design just doesn't really appeal to me. Overall, I still think this is a good set. If we just put aside that it had 2 missing pieces, which is unacceptable, the set still has really good lighting and a lot of details, although it kind of falls off in the back. So would I recommend the set? Yes. And yeah, if you can somehow get this, even though it might be or appears to be retired, I still would recommend it. However, I do think that missing 2 pieces is unacceptable. I hope you liked this review. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe and follow. Until then, goodbye.